Let's start in child's pose. Knees apart, head down, arms forward. And modify this as needed for the knees or any parts that don't enjoy it. Letting the chest sink toward the floor, letting the shoulders soften, putting that head down. And observe how the breath begins to fill the tube of the body. The cylinder, as the sides of the waist begin to expand sideways, and the back body rounds with the breath. Soften between the shoulder blades, letting the heart melt. And then begin to shift your arms and torso to the right. Weave your fingers together. One hand on top of the other, left hand on top of the right hand, and pull back with that left arm as you turn underneath the right. And that tightens up the back muscles, the back psoas. You can turn them on. And sometimes, a lot of times, they get stuck on. So when we consciously turn them on, we can then turn them off. So let all that relax. Send breath into that left side waist. And then walk yourself back to the middle. Elena, I wonder if you could do this kneeling, facing the chair and having the arms on the chair. And then walk your torso and arms over to the left. Place your right hand on top of the left one, thread the fingers into the webbing, and bend that right elbow a little bit and pull. Turning on the back muscles, right? They feel low, right? Can you feel them at the bottom of the ribs? That's actually the back of the psoas. And a lot of weird, like lower back pain that you can't quite pinpoint or hip pain has to do with these psoas that turn on and don't turn off. Or probably there are other variations, but that's the one I see the most. And then release that engagement, but stay there and breathe into that same place that turned on. And see if you can just, through breath and awareness, be aware of it shutting off, or at least turning down. And then walk it back to the middle. Deep breath. Surrender tension. And come on forward to your hands and start to cat-cow. Tuck your toes under and wag your heels in and out just for a moment before we cat-cow. And then feel that the heels are straight up so that the feet are perpendicular or parallel to one another. And nice deep cow pose. Feeling your vertebra really get down toward the chest or toward the belly. And then round here, tucking the tailbone and just following that spinal column, lifting the vertebrae so they feel as though they're coming up out of the body. Spread the shoulder blades and really tuck under with the tailbone and chin. And then go the other way. Start at the tailbone, lifting, lifting, lifting. The chest lifts, the shoulders melt, the face lifts, the top of the head reaches toward the tailbone and vice versa.
go to that place where you feel a little stretch. Turn on your lats. And then round. Start at the tailbone, tuck under. Squeeze the tummy up and in. Spread the back body open. Tuck chin and tailbone a little more. Inhale, start to arch. Try to be accountable to each vertebra, each one going into the slinky. And when you're ready, exhale, tailbone under, raising the scruff of the back, spreading the shoulders, tucking the chin. One more time on your own. And then take your knees back just a little bit and start to circle the hips in big old circles around the knees. So really big. Close your eyes and feel into the areas that crave this movement. Support it with your tummy. Make sure that that's somewhat engaged so you're free to move around the body without strain. Try to let the head move too. And then settle back onto all fours, tucking your toes. Actually, let's come down onto our forearms, get off our wrists for just a moment. Flip the palms up and just rub the forearms on the ground. Turn on your lats. Lift up your rib cage so you feel an engagement in the tummy. And then see if you can walk your knees back toward the back of the mat somewhat. Extend the tailbone back and pull up the tummy at the same time. So you're kind of arching the back, but not letting the ribs fall. Pull the ribs up, push down into the backs of the elbows and forearms, backs of the wrists, and really feel your abdominals turn on, and then lift your knees. Interlace the fingers, lats are turned on, squeeze your tush, and then move your chest a little more forward toward the knuckles. Broaden your back, tummy is in, legs are firm and really strong. Breathing here. Keep the neck muscles super soft. And then lower the pelvis down, march your elbows forward, separate the hands, lift the chest, pulling those vertebrae into the body. Chin goes up, toes flex are pointed. Good. And then slide it down to the floor. Take your hands wide, chest level. Squeeze your elbows back behind you like little grasshopper arms. Lift your toes, lift your chest, grasshopper your elbows, and bring it down. Lift back up and lower. Lift, you can scrunch up your fingers, reach back through your toes, squeeze your elbows, and lower. Extend the arms all the way forward, out into a nice wide V. Breathe into the middle of your back. Bring the arms a little bit closer together and split the difference. So they're slightly wider than your shoulders. Lift your left arm and your right foot and really feel the length, the distance between both. So reach far through the fingers and back through the toes. And lower. And right hand, left foot, reach beyond. Stretch anything that's stuck. And lower. March like this a few times. Lifting and lowering. Continue. And when you're even, rest for a moment. Deep breath in. Nice long exhale. Inhale. As you exhale, drag your hands back in line with your chest and raise your feet. So it's a row. Inhale the arms forward. Lower head and feet. Exhale, lift. So you're rowing into that up position. Inhale, arms forward. Exhale, row. Hands can be up or on the ground or off the ground. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull down, legs up, head up. Inhale, extend. One more time. Squeeze. Place the hands down, feet down, roll to a cobra. Squeeze those elbows in, drop those shoulders. Excellent. Come up onto all fours. Tuck your toes, raise them, raise your knees just off the ground. Extend tailbone back, pull bottom ribs in, and really squeeze that tummy. Hover the knees and pull them toward your wrists and your wrists back toward your knees. Yas. And then send the hips high. Pedal out the feet, stretch out your calves. Warming up the ankles, toes, melting that fascia. And then walk your feet forward, up to the hands. Nice deep bend, heart moving forward. And then extend the tailbone back. Get that lower piece of the spine. Pull the heart forward. Get that traction. Exhale. Nice deep forward fold. Head dropping. Legs firm to rise. Pushing down to the earth. Up we go. Fingers up toward the heavens. And fold the hands to the heart. Release the hands down. Inhale up. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Step left and right foot to plank. Chaturanga. Nice fluid, upward facing you. Exhale, back and breathe. Drawing the ribs in, opening the upper back. Inhale, raise your heels. Exhale, bend your knees. Travel up to the hands. Inhale, traction through the spine. Heart forward, butt back. Exhale, deep forward fold. Inhale, push to rise, lifting. Exhale, hands return home to the heart. Arms go up. Inhale. Exhale, swan dive forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, right and left foot, plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Eyes resting between the feet. Long arms and legs. Tall spine. Lots of strength. Feel that suction of the belly. The lift of the pelvic floor and the slight closure of the throat as the chin moves slightly back. Inhale, raise your heels. Bend the knees, exhale, travel to the top of the mat. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, nice deep fold. Palms flat, head drops. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands land at the heart. Arms come down. Inhale up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, looking up. Step left and right foot back. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Good. Exhale, down dog. Swivel your heels to the right. Bend your knees and Swizzle stick your butt back toward your heels. So swizzle here. And then spring back up to down dog. Send your heels to the left, bend your knees, send your hips, your butt back toward your heels. So deep twist. Bend the knees and dip that butt back. That's it. And back up to center. Good. Hold here, strong arms. Good. Walk your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift your chest, butts go back. Pull that heart. Good. Exhale, drop your head. Nice chair pose, bending the knees, arms come up. Ooh, good. Sink into those legs and find that spot where the abdominals work, where you can feel your hamstrings engage up into the butt. And sit a little lower. And challenge your legs. And then fold to relax and release them into their stretch. Inhale, heart forward. Step right foot back and left foot back. Chaturanga. Upward you. Downward you. Swivel your heels to the right. Bend your knees. Send your hips back, your butt back to your heels. Feel that stretch to that left side, that curve there. Now lift your left arm and twist onto your feet a little bit. So you're just raising that left arm up. So it's like a weird twisted side plank. Bring your left arm under your right armpit for a twist. And then back up. Under, feel this in the right oblique. And left arm up. Under. And up. Good. Walk your feet behind you a little more. Either come into an assisted side plank or side plank. Raising your hips high here. Left arm over the ear if you want. Excellent. Spin it to dog. Come down for a minute off your hands. Come onto the backs of the hands and just stretch out the wrists. And just play with where you want to be, how you want to roll through them. You can be way forward or way back. Shake out the hands, shake out the shoulders. Okay, so what we did like a twist, and then we're going to do the other side. So we're going to raise that right arm, bring it through a couple times, and then side plank. So down dog here. We're going to swivel the heels toward the left, bend the knees, and just hold this squat for a moment, this twisted squat, pushing through the right arm so you feel the lats, maybe the psoas on that back body on the right side. Then we're going to raise that right arm up and tuck it under the left armpit. And do a few of these open and see if you can feel that left tummy. Open and under, open, and walk the feet back into a modified or a whole side plank. Raising the hips up. Maybe that arm goes over head. Plank it. Good job, you guys. Lower the knees. Stretch it to a extended child's pose. Or your variation. Observe the breath. Soften between the shoulder blades. Let the hands travel back toward the feet. Squeeze the tummy and roll it up slowly. Deep engagement in the abs. 4, 3, really squeeze them. 2, and 1, kneeling here. Interlace the hands behind you. Squeeze the shoulder blades, lift the head. Opening that front body. The hands go a little lower. And come back up. Take the hands, place them on the left hip. And just squeeze the elbows back toward each other. Maybe feeling a stretch in that right shoulder. Tailbone is long, try to squeeze your ribs in. And then relax the hands down. Let's switch the lacing, cross other fingers on top. Squeeze the shoulder blades, back bend here. Chin up. And lift it back. Good, take your hands, place them on your right hip. Squeeze your elbows toward each other. Pull your ribs in and tailbone long. See if you can maybe feel that left shoulder. What if we tilt our head to the right a little bit? That's kind of neat. Chin down toward the chest. Let's just go other side. Left ear toward left shoulder. Ooh, maybe it's just my neck is tight. And then chin down, chin up, head neutral, hands come down. Shake them out. Good job. Come back to down dog. Heels turn to the right, bend the knees. Hips go back toward the feet. Raise your left arm up. Look to the front of the mat. Step your left foot forward. Let's bring that left hand down and raise the right arm up. Spin the right foot to the floor. Here. Move your left foot a little bit to the right. Push down into the right foot, come up. Warrior two. Open the chest. The legs are like, hello. Right? This is like a good ask of them. Like they're here to take some of the pressure. Reach forward to that left arm, flip the left palm, reverse this, grab hold of that left wrist and assist yourself back a little bit more as you deepen your knee bend. Bring the hands down, spin up onto your back toes. Just get nice and long here, scissoring the legs toward each other. Move that head farther forward. And then raise your left arm, a nice simple twist. Or just right shoulder blade down a little more. Right heel up a little more. Spin it. Want to reach that left arm over the ear. Nice. Down to the floor. Step up just a little bit with your back foot. Straighten both legs and bow forward here. Nice stretch over that left leg. Let the head drop. Surrender. Really nice, you guys. Step your back foot forward. Inhale, lift the heart, evening it out into a chair. Fold forward. Bow. We'll bend the knees, taking that chair pose, sit it low. Belly in, hips dropping, side body's long. Squeeze that tushy. And fold to let go. Inhale, heart forward. Left foot and right foot back, plank. Strong outer hips. Bend those elbows. Roll through an upward U. Really get the chest up. Take it back, down. Swivel your heels to the left. Deep squat here in that twist. Right arm comes up. Step your right foot forward to the top of the mat. Bring your right hand down. Move your right foot a little bit to the left. Spin your left foot down, left arm high. Push down through your left foot, come up, a nice warrior two. Let those legs catch underneath you. They're like, oh, it's up to me now. We've been on the hands for a while. So the feet are just getting their chance. Reach forward with that right hand, flip the palm, reverse warrior. Grab hold of that right wrist, assist yourself back here. Bending the right leg, deepen the pull. So you can raise the right upper, that upper rib cage higher, right ribs up. Cartwheel the hands down, pivot left heel high, just pull the heart forward a little more. Yeah, get that nice long spine, then raise the right arm, simple twist. Bring the arm over the ear. Right hand comes down, push that front leg straight, swizzle the deep belly over the thigh, drop the head. Squeeze that right big toe round into the floor. Maybe grip them out with your toes a bit. Feel it all the way up into the hip. Good. Step your back foot forward. Inhale, lift your heart. As you extend your butt back, get that traction, go after it. And then fold torso to the legs. Separate the feet and fold your hands below them. Arrange your toes, walk them up until they're almost at your wrist creases or at your wrist creases. And then again, go for traction. Pull the heart forward and the sits bones back. Getting that nice cleaning of the spine. And then melt here into a forward fold with a considerable amount of weight on the hands. And that if you can get that weight over the hands, you can pull up with the arms, lifting with the arm bones, you get traction in the wrist, which we all need so much of. And you can try one side at a time, like just pull on the left one, so you push down with the foot, and then pull on the right one. Makes it a little more clear. And then you pull on both and you can really get a good pull there. And then slide your hands out from under your feet, toe heel your feet together, tummy in strongly as you roll up. At the top of your roll up, shrug shoulders to ears, melt them back and down. Ah, nice strong Tadasana. Feeling your feet below you, your head above you. I mean, I guess your head is you. But just feel the feet on the earth. Isn't that weird? Those are your feet. And your head hung. Chest open. Heart beating in the center of the chest. Oh, you hear the one? Bruiser came to life. All right, we're going to take a tree pose. So if you want to do this at a wall, go to the wall. You're going to draw when you're ready, your right knee up, open to the right, and put your foot where you feel steady. And make it, move it, make sure it's on the inner thigh. So not too, I like to have mine too far forward. That's my happy place, but ideally we want it back a little further and suctioning in. So it really makes this strong seal. And then hold that. When you feel ready to raise the arms up, raise them and push down through that left foot. Now bend that right elbow and rest the forearm toward that right leg or on it and bend to the right. Sending your rib cage toward the left, really getting that nice willow tree arc here on that left side. Raise that right arm back up, lift the spine tall, turn the right knee forward and slide the foot down, stand tall on both feet.
Oh, don't fidget, just let the body reassemble. Let it figure it out. Close the eyes and just be in the restructuring. Just observe it. It's really cool. The body will recalibrate. Oh, you might feel your heels differently. And then let the eyes open when you're ready. You'll draw your left knee up. Open the left to this, the leg to the side, and place that left foot in the median, in the center line of that right leg as much as you can. And then check your hip bones. See that they're both forward. My left hip bone wants to twist out to the left. So I want it straight ahead, and I want the leg to be the thing that opens, so that inner groin muscle is taut. Once you're steady, you can raise the arms up. Feel long on both sides, squeeze down through the right big toe, and that will help release at the base of your head. Bring your left elbow toward your left leg and bend toward the left, letting that right rib cage bow. You're like a beautiful willow. Feel that stretch through the right side. And then when you feel steady, reach that left arm back up. Grow your spine tall. And then arms come down. Turn your left knee forward. Hold it just 1 second more. Bring that left foot down. Feet come together. Stand. And now relax the grip of the buttocks. Relax any intensity in the shoulders, neck. Close the eyes. Relax the fingers. Just let the body recalibrate. Subtle breathing through the nose. Keep softening the buttocks until it feels like you're just aligning on top of the bones, floating over the bones. There's an ease to it. If you've left your mat, come on back. Stand at the top of the mat. Eyes are open, palms are open. Inhale, raise the arms up. Look up and bend back. Bend the elbows here into a nice rowing position like we did on the floor. Squeeze your back body, open the chest. Lay back. Inhale, reach up to the sky, neutral head. One more time, pull down like a lat, pull down, squeeze the back, lift the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, up and over. We're gonna bend the knees and cross that left leg behind the right, coming into a seat. So we're in a seated twist with that right knee on top, left leg behind. Right hand goes behind you, left arm lifts and twist here. Elbow on the outside of the knee or elbow hooked on the front of the knee. Lengthening up through your spine, turn over that right shoulder. Keep lifting through the chest. Nice. Come to the center, take both hands behind you, unwrap your legs, come into boat with the knees bent. Pull the tummy in and the legs toward your chest. Hover. If you want to lift the legs into a straight position, great, or keep them bent, also great. Flex your toes. Now we're going to pump this forward and back, so we'll come onto the low back as we press the feet forward and come back up. We'll do 5 jackknives. 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold, squeeze, and come on forward. Cross your left leg over your right leg. That knee will be upright. Right arm can wrap around the front of the knee or go to the outside. Lift up tall. Left big toe squeezes the floor. Head rises up and look over your left shoulder. Squeeze your shoulder blades toward each other. Broaden the upper chest. Elena, take your head back a little more. So like the carriage of the head back more. Good. Unwrap this back into your boat pose. Hands behind the head. We're gonna take this into that jackknife, but back. So left elbow to right knee, left leg forward. Inhale up. Exhale, bicycle back. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Inhale up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. We'll do 3 more each side. Ooh. Come back up to boat, hold. And keep your knees into your chest as you go back, hug them in. Circle your knees around. Go the other way. And hug them to your chest again. This time go deeper so that your low back really rounds off the floor. Pull your tummy in. Rock a little side to side, kind of froggy-like. And then slide your hands back behind your head. We're gonna do bicycles here. Staying in this position, we'll do 20 each side. So count on your own. 20, 20, 19, 19. Go ahead. I'll meet you at the end. And hug your knees in when you're done. Place your feet flat on the ground. And turn your palms up, just rest for a few breaths. Breathing into the chest. Feeling subtle happiness around the strength in your core. Little burning, a little good happy warmth in the tummy. Tailbone tucks under, press your low back into the ground. Just feel that power. And that's it. Just stay here for a moment with that low back pushing. And then just keep the low back down, but just subtly squeeze your glutes. Just subtle, like you're gonna feel a little more squeezing in the feet, a little activation around the pelvic floor to hold the center. Tummy squeezes. That's it. So right now we're engaging the back and helping those psoas to let go. Now, from that engagement, start to raise the seat up. And it's a deeper stretch, yeah. So grab your mat with both hands and tuck your shoulders under. Pull the mat apart, activating the back muscles. Keep squeezing the outer container of the glutes, the toes, and now the glute max, the center buttocks, and keep releasing the front of the body. Squeeze those glutes. Now really let them get strong here. You can raise your heels up and pull on those toes and press the toes away. Pull them toward you. Lower the heels. Raise the toes. Lower the toes. Squeeze those glutes. Widen the shoulders and come down consciously, one vertebra at a time. Roll the pelvis away from the floor. Press the low back into the floor. Roll the pelvis away. Press the low back in. Let everything soften for a moment. Deep breath. Exhale. Let's do one more. Press your low back into the floor. Squeeze your toes, your glutes, and start to raise the butt. Tuck the shoulders under, grab each fist of mat, pull it apart. Send the breath into the upper chest, and let's pulse the buttocks. 10, 9, squeeze those glute maxes. 7, 6, squeeze your big toes. 5, 4, 3, 2, squeeze and hold. Maybe there's some good fun jiggle. Belly strong, chest wide. Breathe, squeeze your touchy. And then relax, come down, one vertebra at a time. Butt shaping. Widen the feet a bit, relax the hands open. Windshield, wipe the legs. Good. Let them both fall over to the right. If you want, put the heel in the upper left knee. We are going for stretching that front line, that psoas I've been talking about. So we squeeze the left glute. And if your heel is on your leg, you're just coaxing that left knee a little bit more toward the right corner of your front of the mat. And you're trying to isolate that left hip flexor. Through squeezing that, activating that back body, we can release the front line. And it's, again, a weird thing. It could be, you could have pain in your low back and it could be this. You could have pain in the outer hip, it could be this. It could be the knees. So this is something that gets turned on and stuck on or doesn't turn on. So here, we're just stretching out the front of it, engaging the back. And then relax. Take the heel off the leg. Engage deep in your center muscles to raise the knees up. Breathe here with the knees in. As you exhale, let them fall to the left. If you want, place that left heel as an assist on the upper right knee. Squeeze your right glute. Pelvic tuck. Maybe that left leg coaxes that right knee toward the front left corner of the mat. Stretching that front side we help that by engaging that right glute. Yeah, so you can feel this on the hip flexors on the front of the body.
And it is a bit of a guitar string type move, right? Like it's like we're tightening the string. So if it's too tight, obviously you would break a string. So just find that perfect tone. Like the reason I use that analogy is I heard almost a note play when it felt right. Notice if your right shoulder's like too eager. It's like the triangle. No, it's not your turn. Triangle player. Cowbell. And then let that relax. Take your leg off if it were there. And squeeze your midsection to come back to the center. Let both knees come in. Chill out here. Legs inner. In fact, don't chill too much. Squeeze your inner thighs, knees together like you're trying not to pee. And lift like squeeze the pelvic floor muscles, the tummy. So squeezing that whole center filament of power. Maybe that you can feel that almost up in the head, in the crown chakra. And then let that relax. And if it feels, take your own time, go at your own pace, but we're gonna do the opposite-ish. Let the feet come together into a butterfly, knees come apart. But take your time. Like for me, I'm already in the good shape. If you happen to be in the shape, great. That's when your legs sort of bounce without you being able to stop them. And that's just psoas release. That's, they say it's trauma leaving the body because it gets stuck in the psoas. And I did so much releasing of something that was really stuck. This is the traumatic release or whatever. Something is releasing. Something that I know I don't want to hold. So if you have that balance, great. If you don't, great. I didn't know it was going to be there. Here it is. And I'm just allowing it. And it can be quite liberating, life-changing when this happens. Or you're just in stillness, which is also awesome. If you are still, take a deep breath here. And exhale. Deep breath in. And exhale. Take your hands to your outer legs. Lift the knees up. And start to stretch out through that left leg. Pull the right knee up to the chest. Reach your right arm open and spinal twist here. Look over the right shoulder. Melt that right shoulder. Let them both shoulders relax on the earth. Let yourself release into this twist. Reach through the right arm, roll onto your back. Both knees come up, right leg extends out long. Left arm open, shift your hips a little to the left, spinal twist. When you relax your shoulders, it becomes more clear where to put your head, how to align the head of the center, looking over the left shoulder, eyes closed, outer left hip rolling away from the waist. Letting breath into the areas that need it the most. Reaching through that left arm, roll to your back. Hug yourself. Anything else you need before moving into shavasana? Any props? Any other positions? When you're ready, start to lie down. Taking care to place the head well. I'm hitting that reset button at the base of the skull. Just inserting my fingers right into where the neck and the head come together. Placing the head down with great reverence. Sliding the shoulder blades onto the back, rolling the limbs in and out. And releasing my whole body into the ground, over to the ground. Taking a deep breath here. Sighing it out. Two more like that. Letting everything go. Letting go. If we don't connect with God, when we don't connect with God, we are holding and juggling so much that it feels crazy to let go. It's like, I'll drop it all. Right? I think that's the point, is we've got to connect to something bigger than ourselves so that we know it's okay to not juggle and hold everything ourselves. And it's a fine balance, but when we don't connect to something bigger, there's no balance at all. So just in this moment, experiment with letting it go. Take a deep breath. And let go. Do 2 more of these. After your next exhale, reach the arms back and legs forward. Just move a little bit, playing in this new playground. The body has changed. It has let go in places that were perhaps chronically tight. And this is an opportunity for the brain to see there's a different way before it snaps back to its old pattern. Maybe it sees it doesn't have to. Give it this moment of renewal. It has to kind of see it. And then roll to whichever side feels right for you right now. When you get there, cuddle up and breathe into your back. Reward your back body with breath. And allow in something bigger. It is through the back that God or universe or nature, it comes in through the back body. Let it in. Let it in, let it soften the ego of the front body. And then pushing down into the earth. Feel it. Feel the solid ground to help you rise. Right? It's there to hold us steady. And sit up tall. You know, you're both champions of resilience, of strength, of getting things done. I bow to both of you. You're really like Olympians. And at the same time, you're both really good at opening to something bigger. But I know it's a struggle. I know it's hard. And I really want to commend you on your practice, because I think that yoga really helps build both things, surrender and strength, resilience and surrender. Arms lift to the sky. Call in the support team, call in your higher counsel, call in your friends, and call out to them, sending your love out. Prayer your palms and slide them over your mind, your brilliant insight, your third eye, your brilliant voice, your knowing, your truth, to the heart that knows all, the wisdom, the seed of your soul. Just the many different areas, but this is one of them. This is where the emperor of our wisdom sits. There's a wise message here, a wise decree. And we'll sing it out in the sound of Om, the universal sound together. Inhale. Om. We humbly bow our heads. We lift our hearts to the third eye center, bringing that wisdom into our psychic space, this space of knowing beyond our life experience. We bow forward, honoring those who came before, those who will come after us, and all that are here now with us. Honoring our own hearts. Thank you so much, you guys. Many blessings.
Much love. Sitting up and bringing this with you to your day and to all those you meet. I'll see you guys. I love you. Here's to resilience. Bye.